Thank you, Linda. And I have to say that I've been thinking about the human cost of the hostile environment, and so many people today have demonstrated that so well to us, and with it is just heart. It just kills you to hear these stories, because of course, the hostile environment. Well, it's a misguided attempt to deal with an imaginary problem to please a far-right extremist Tory voting sector of the British public. And it's got massive and negative consequences for mental health, which is really what I have experienced and seen. And this is what troubles me most deeply. In my opinion, the bullying tactics that we're seeing from the Home Office, and that's just what it is, it's bullying, and it comes from a bully. Priti Patel has been demonstrated to be herself a bully, and her department has that approach, and we've seen that tonight, and it is just heartrending. And many of the people suffering this hostility, and as we've heard tonight, are not people who are untouched by the toughness of life. We've got people who are already vulnerable in their mental health, have been subjected to this hostile environment. People who've been subject to persecution, trouble in their home countries, have had awful journeys, only to be treated with hostility by the government of this country. It's been absolutely appalling to watch. And I really wanted to say that I've seen firsthand some of the consequences of this. I had one friend I got to know, really quite a stable guy, really beginning to open up and share his life. He was reduced to a visibly shaking wreck in the visiting at Morton Hall. I was appalled at the change I saw in him in a matter of days, having been put into immigration detention. He was later released, and he wasn't sent back to Europe because, of course, that system has gone, the Dublin system's gone, but he's still waiting for his case to be heard, still signing. And I know, and I've spent time with Brian and with many others as they faced the signing, and we've heard about that tonight. That is just awful. The damage to people's mental health through being forced to sign is just inexcusable. And I've just been interviewed by the Inspectorate of Borders and Immigration, who are an independent body who are checking the work of the Home Office. Well, they've just released a report this week, and that report just tells us that the people making the decisions in the Home Office are untrained, ill-informed, overburdened, and under pressure to refuse people. That's an official government report. That's not just our opinion. We knew all this, but the government knows this too. And the delays are going up. Do you know the only time I've ever seen the hostile environment work has been with an elderly couple where one of them had a severe critical heart condition, and they couldn't take the pressure of being here and waiting for asylum. And they decided to go home because the thought of dying here in a hostile environment was worse than the thought of facing death in their home country. So they took voluntary repatriation. If that is how the hostile environment works, we don't want it, and this country should not want it. The Home Office counted that as a win. That is just so awful. But I wanted to finish with this point. I don't believe that anger from us is the best reaction, because that encourages bullies like Priti Patel and those in the Home Office. It exposes what we need to do is respond with compassion, because that exposes the bankruptcy of this system that we're all fighting together tonight and will continue to fight. We are better than they are. Let's behave that way.
Thank you. That was powerful. Thank you so much, David. And thank you for supporting people seeking sanctuary in the UK. Thank you.